Hello and welcome to Soulwise with me, Semele Xerri. And in this episode, I'm going to share my last new moon guidance for 2023. At the new moon, or just before the new moon, every month, I draw one card from my favourite Thoth tarot deck and I read it intuitively to gain an understanding of the prevailing energy for the month ahead and how we can best navigate those energies. So this is my spiritual guidance for November 2023 and December 2024, covering the lunar month beginning with the Sagittarius new moon at 11:32 p.m. on December the 12th. That's in the UK, which is where I am. I once again have a major arcana card for this lunar month, telling you that to some extent events will appear to be outside your control, as spiritual energies and divine consciousness are very active on the earth and working their higher purposes. I've drawn from the Thoth deck the Black Magus. It's fascinating then that this card is all about directing your energy and will to manifest and shape physical reality in line with your intentions and desires. This is the definition of what it is to be a magician, a magus. The Black Magus, however, draws your intention to the shadow side of exercising your will and power. It usually indicates either that you are the victim of external power and manipulation, or you are clinging to your own ability and need to control situations and others out of fear, as a way of providing yourself with the illusion of personal security and power. So the first thing to say for all of you who work consciously with energy is that over the next 4 weeks, be impeccable and clear with your intentions. Check that your ideas and visions for the year to come and beyond are aligned to your higher self and divine intelligence. This month offers you the opportunity to tap into powerful cosmic energies that are capable of seeding deep transformation and auspicious new beginnings. It's likely you'll want to break out of old routines, habits, and patterns that don't bring you joy. Ensure that your ideas and visions are aligned to divine will and are not just about personal gratification. Any sustainable dream for the future now needs to be rooted in the spiritual values of love, truth, and justice for all living beings. You have more power, strength, and creative ability than you can possibly imagine at this time. Use these weeks to focus on a creative exploration of what you want to see and do in the world for the better, for yourself and others. Begin with the premise that anything is possible. At the same time, you're likely to see more obvious examples around you of the very opposite. Those whose thoughts and actions continue to be driven by mere selfish personal gratification will do their very best to manipulate you to maintain control and sway. So watch out for media fear-mongering, deception, and attempts to persuade you of limited possibilities. Remember that something only has power over you if you concede it, and you have the sovereign right to define yourself through choice. This is freedom. Don't engage with any fear-based messaging or get sucked in by it. Rather, engage more fully with your intuition and psychic knowing to reveal the truth of any situation. The Magus is strongly linked to Mercury, messenger of the gods and ruler of communication. I feel 2 strands to this in the context of this month. One is that you may well hear news about manipulation, control, and deceit that has been going on secretly behind closed doors among the powerful. And this might become apparent in your personal life or in wider world events, generating shock, loss perhaps, and a disorienting sense of things spiraling out of control. Alongside this, your nervous system is likely to be incredibly sensitive and overburdened at this time due to the high levels of stress in the collective and the incredibly strong electromagnetic energies our atmosphere is receiving at this time. This has become very apparent from the unusual sightings of the auroras in many areas where they can't usually be seen. My advice is to earth and ground as much as possible to balance out these power surges that might otherwise frazzle your delicate circuits. Take yourself out frequently for a walk in natural surroundings. If you're able to, get your bare feet planted on the earth. Practice deep belly breathing to drop yourself back into the body and out of the head and mental realms. The second area in which I see communication amping up is through the medium of other world beings and dimensions who wish to assist with their perspective and insight at this time. Unless you're used to working with messages like this, then you may be uncomfortable with seeing or hearing strange things for which you have no logical explanation. You may even fear for your own sanity or have someone around you question it. Those who are complete strangers to acknowledging the existence of life beyond the physical realm may respond with fear and tend to suppress, deny, or discredit these occurrences. Why? Because this is something that lies outside of the unknown for them. It's not familiar and therefore it's not controllable. Again, ground yourself to allow these experiences to gently integrate into your body. Listen to your inner knowing. It's important not to resist, but to relax, let go, and flow with what's happening, trusting in the higher intelligence and wisdom that's being offered. I'm sure we'll be hearing about some interesting breakthroughs as a result of these inspired insights by the January new moon, especially around how we can apply technology to regenerate and augment the quality of life for the planet and humanity. You too can make similar huge strides in your own well-being and healing by applying your received inner wisdom, freeing yourself from the manipulative hold and fearful patterns of the past. The Black Magus urges you to trust and let go of the need to know, let alone control, the outcome. Some would argue that the need to control for self-gain is what has brought humanity to its current cliff edge. I'd like to point out that the Fool in the tarot, who represents the soul, is traditionally depicted as stepping joyfully off the edge of a cliff, with eyes trained confidently ahead on something as yet unseen. It's your highest intentions and the vibrational frequency in which you hold those intentions that you need to focus on. Plug into the higher wisdom of your mind aligned to your heart. Believe in your own particular magic and trust that divine intelligence is guiding you where you need to go. Claim your freedom, your role as a co-creator of reality. Enjoy. And here's a little bit about the astrology, which chimes with the same themes of the intuitive message I've received. This new moon in Sagittarius is encouraging an expansive and optimistic vision of the world with spiritual values at its heart. Mercury goes retrograde the day afterwards, forcing a rethink of any desires or theories that have not been properly considered. Especially, think about what value really means for you and how feeling fulfilled doesn't have to involve excess, but can recognize healthy limitations. Between Christmas and New Year, journey inwards with the support of dreamy Neptune and get creative with your visions for 2024. Mercury goes direct again on 2nd of January, and any mistakes or wrong assumptions are then revealed. At a time when deception is rampant, it's important to use your discernment around who to believe and where to place your trust. And as I've said several times already in this episode, that wisdom and knowing only comes from within yourself and your connection to your higher self and your intuition. So that's my guidance for this lunar month ahead. And as always, I advise and encourage you to know yourself fully, to shine your light, and to love life. That includes loving yourself, loving those around you, loving every living being, and the experience of being here as a spirit in a human body. For now, then, I leave you with my love and blessings, and I'll see you and speak to you next time.